everybody. My name is Coach Maddie. I've lost over 80 pounds, and today I want to share with you some tips and tricks that really helped me overcome my bad eating habits when I was trying to lose weight. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to think of the last time you fell off your diet, or you fell off your eating routine, or you fell off healthy eating. Whatever you think that was. The last time you fell off and you did something you knew you shouldn't have, or you said you wouldn't do. Think about that time. Now, think about how that time made you feel. In my experience, usually in those times, I felt guilty. I felt anxious. I felt sometimes even hopeless, like I'm never going to reach my goal now. And so I want you to remember that feeling. And I want you to understand that it is not the fact that you fell off that screwed up your results and is screwing up your future progress. What is ruining your results and what is going to keep you stuck and stop you from losing weight is the fact that you reacted negatively to what you did. We felt guilty. We felt worthless. We felt hopeless. We beat ourselves up. We were disappointed. Oh, I did it again. So it is not what you do, but it is how you view it that is screwing you up. So having said that, right? How do we move forward and change this pattern so that we can stop falling off so much? Or we can stop beating ourselves up about it, which will allow us to get back on track faster. So a tip that I share in my community all the time with the ladies that I coach is just be 1% better. Just be 1% better. That is it. Not 100% better, not even 50% better. 1%. So what does this look like? So first and foremost, this is a great mantra to repeat to yourself to take the pressure off, right? If today you are 1% better than you were yesterday, guess what? You're improving. And if tomorrow you're 1% better than you were today, guess what? You're improving. And your graph's still going to go up. You're still going to look like you're doing well, right? It's just going to be a little bit slower pace than maybe that you wanted. Right? But if you've been wanting super fast, immediate overnight results and you're still stuck and you're listening to me talk right now, clearly that method has probably not been serving you well up until this point. So repeat to yourself, be 1% better. That's going to instantly take the pressure off to have to be perfect. Because in those moments, we think we have to overcorrect and make up for them, when really you just have to be 1% better the next time that situation occurs. So knowing that, repeating that is going to take the pressure off. Now let's get a little bit more specific onto exactly what being 1% better could look like. Because I think it's important that we break down the specifics for you, right? Because every woman is so different. We have different metabolisms, different bodies, we're different ages. We've got families, careers. We've got so much to do. Balance to each person looks different. So let's go through this together. What could 1% better for you be? So I want you to think of the habit that you wish you could get rid of. What's that one habit, that one thought, that one situation, that one trigger that always sets you off? What is it? Is it, PMS cravings? Is it every time I go to a restaurant? Is it every time I have a stressful day at work? What is your trigger? Is it when I fight with my spouse? Is it something small and is it just an emotion? Is it when my anxiety kicks in? Whatever it is. I want you to put that in a box, right? Put that little thing in the box. This habit is not helping me. It is triggering me to eat poorly, make bad decisions, overindulge, right? So think of the one habit that throws your nutrition off, okay? Now I want you to see what does that look like? Lay it out. What did that look like the last time you fell off? Was it really bad, right? Did you sit in front of the TV and binge watch The Bachelor and eat an entire bag of chips, a box of gummy bears, and a pint of Ben & Jerry's, right? Like, what did it look like? Did you have an anniversary dinner and you went to a restaurant and you ordered 2 appetizers, an entree, and 2 desserts, right? Or was it not as severe as that and maybe you just had too much chocolate on Halloween or something like that? So find out what that looks like for you. So the last time you fell off the food, what did that look like and what did you eat? And how much did you eat? And when did you eat? And what were the thoughts going through your head? Awesome, right? Now we have all this laid out. So all you have to do is say, next time this happens, so next time X, Y, and Z triggers me to feel X, Y, and Z, and I act out in X, Y, and Z way, which is your typical way of acting out, which is how we usually eat because we have a very emotional attachment to food, whether we know it or not. So whatever that thing that makes you act that certain way around food or with food, how can that action be 1% better? How can that action be a little less damaging, a little less detrimental? Well, for me, it used to be, let's say, restaurants. I'll give how I used to deal with restaurants as an example. So restaurants, I would get really excited because I got to eat so much food. I'd usually order my own appetizer, plus I'd share an appetizer with the person at the table because of course you want to try, right? I'd order a really big entree. Usually I'd get the most unhealthy sides too, mashed potatoes with extra butter. Maybe I'd even get, French fries. And then I'd get a dessert. And then of course you have to taste the other people's dessert at the table. So that's kind of how my restaurant experience would go. So I could be very, very healthy from Monday to Friday, be on track. And then when I got invited out on the weekend, I would kind of say, screw it and go crazy at a restaurant. So when I was trying to tackle this behavior and this habit that I knew was just unhealthy, it was just too much. It was unnecessary. My body never needs that much food. So instead of saying, okay, I'm going to order a chicken breast and steamed vegetables and drink water while I go out, right? Not very realistic, not very fun. And that's kind of a cold turkey method that can work when you're really motivated, but won't last for very long. So my 1% better looked like, okay, last time I went to a restaurant, I ate this, I ate this, I ate this, I ate this. This weekend I'm going to look at the menu beforehand and I'm going to choose what I want. And that day I'm going to avoid an appetizer. I'm still going to have my entree like normal. I'm still going to have my desserts like normal, but today I'm going to avoid the appetizer, right? For you, maybe it could be keeping everything the same. And then instead of French fries as a side, you just add a salad as a side. So that is what 1% better looks like. So it's not putting you in this extremely uncomfortable, unfamiliar, I need a ton of willpower situation. It's just saying, how can I prove to myself that I can make these situations play out slightly different? Because if you can change one little thing, that proves to yourself that you can also change something else. And then by adjusting each time, before you know it, the entire habit looks completely different. And then you've overcome stress eating, emotional eating, binge eating, bored eating, late night snacking cravings, because we made little tiny adjustments as we go. And I think that is what we forget. It is not that the next time you get a craving, you have to resist it completely, right? It's just not going to work. Can you do that sometimes? Absolutely. Should you try to do that sometimes? Absolutely. But if this is the one habit that you can't kick, that always throws you off, that is your vice, that is your kryptonite, then maybe you take a different approach than just trying to remove it altogether, right? If your vice is sitting home in front of the TV on a Friday movie night and you'd have popcorn and M&Ms and pizza, right? Well, then just either, cut one out, decrease the portions, maybe pour yourself a little bowl of M&Ms instead of having the entire bag on your lap, right? Start there. And so what's really important is you have to know that it's okay to just be 1% better. But on top of that, you have to sit down and either take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of patience, and decide what that 1% looks like each time you're about to go into a stressful week, a triggering situation. Okay, so that's on you. That's your responsibility to sit down and say, what does my 1% look like this time around? So if you have an event coming up, if you know one of your triggers is coming up, if you're going to have a stressful week at work, take a look at what 1% better today or on that day or this week, however that behavior however long that behavior lasts, and go from there. It really is that simple. And again, you do not have to be perfect. You will be very disappointed if you try to be perfect. It's too much. It's too much. You've got a busy life. You're busy doing other things. You're so busy taking care of everybody else. And there's very little energy left to take care of ourselves, right? I should know. That's how I gained the weight in the first place. And because of that, the little energy you do have, just put 1% better. Just take a little 1% extra energy. I'm not asking you to go run a marathon at the end of the day when really you just want to sit on the couch. I'm saying maybe if you normally skip a workout when you say you should do a workout, maybe you just do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks, then you sit down and watch your show. Because sometimes it is not what you do that matters. It is the intention behind you doing it. The intention of, I said I was going to do something, so I must be a woman of my word and I must do something, even though I don't feel like it. That is the habit that we are lacking a lot of the times. And that is a habit you need to be trying to be practicing. Okay. It's not, I need to practice doing my workouts. It's, I need to practice intentionally setting aside to be physically active. Whatever that looks like, 10 squats or an hour-long workout, whatever that looks like. So today, sit down and describe what your 1% looks like in each of those situations where you'd normally lose control or struggle to stay on track. So I hope that was helpful to you today. That was a great trick that helped me so much and helps all the ladies in my Fit Queen community. If this was helpful to you, please comment down below, like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification button so you don't miss another video. You can also head over to fitqueen.com for more awesome tips and tricks and free resources if you want to dive into the Fit Queen way of weight loss. And I will see you next time. Thank you.